Hi, my name is Amber Ramirez, and today I'll be taking you through my multi-directional workout. A little bit about what that is basically the ability to accelerate, decelerate, but then also change your direction as quick as possible. My sport of choosing is volleyball, and I felt that this workout would be extremely essential for volleyball players, but because of what they do in game. Volleyball players are constantly laterally shuffling to either block or defend the ball. We also see it, like, for example, liberos constantly trying to react to like backpedaling to react to a dig, but also accelerating, right, so that they can get a short ball. And no matter what, all of the volleyball players, they're constantly trying to adjust mid-play. They're constantly reading, they're trying to always get into these angles so that they can constantly stay ready, so that they can either cross step, accelerate, backpedal, whatever it is that they need to win, they're going to do it, and they want to be, we as strength and conditioning coaches, we want to help them perform at the optimal level that they can, right? And I feel that the workout that I've been able to create is going to, of course, take them through different phases, like the general preparation phase, being able to take them through activation, tissue prep, deceleration skills, because of course, if we're doing anything with acceleration, they need to be able to also, figure out how to brake, teaching them braking mechanics, and basically kind of getting them ready for that fifth phase, which is the actual component of the 5-10-5 drill and the T drill, which are really good drills because we're literally getting all of the directions. You're going forward, you're going backwards, they're going laterally. So I will say this is the start of my video. That is it for my introduction video, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you. Let's go. So today for phase one, I'm going to be introducing a gen run warm-up where we'll be increasing Adams. We'll be increasing his body temperature, helping him with his linear rhythm, and just being able to just basically prep him for his multi-directional change of direction warm-up for today. We'll be starting him out with a jog of 30 meters, going into a lateral jumping jacks, another 30 meters, and then we'll be going into backpedal to 30 meters, and then karaoke 30 meters each way. So now we're gonna go into it. We can probably start right here, just because. Okay, so we're gonna start with a quick jog, 30 meters, and then stop there. 3, 2, 1, go. Staying at the same side, so facing the same side. So now we're entering phase 2, which we're going to be focusing mainly on mobility, on stability, and just basic tissue prep. We'll be focusing on lateral ground sweeps, which will be kind of doing a lot of spinal flexion and doing targeting AB and adductors. We're also going to be going into T reaches, where we'll get some hamstring work, transvertical morning, where we'll open up the glutes and the hamstrings as well. And we'll do getting into also a broad lunge opposite reach, kind of opening up the iliopsoas muscle, targeting the thoracic, chest as much as possible, and trying to open up the chest as much, as big as possible within that. And then also doing a single leg hip external rotation with a reverse lunge, kind of pushing off, where we get a lot of like stability work. And yeah, we're gonna get into it now. Let's go. So right now we'll do a lateral ground sweep. Basically what we want is to open up. At the same time we're opening up, we're going into a squat straight down. When you're reaching, when you come out, you can Now we're entering phase 3, where it's just going to be going more into rhythm and elasticity. We're going to be doing a lot of ankle rockers, double leg pogos, backward double pogos, A skips, lateral A skips, backward A skips, and really just focusing on entering into the different planes and activating like the muscles and the joints to basically be as light and start to really get the feeling and the rhythm of how it's going to be when we get into the main component of the workout. All right, so now to start, we're going to start with ankle. So now we're entering phase 4, which will be focusing mainly a lot on deceleration skill acquisitions, really focusing on forward run transitions into a back pedal, lateral shuffles into sprinting, and back pedal into a controlled turn to increase. We're also going to focus a lot on loading the hips, so a lot of like defensive jump skill drills where we're focused a lot on loading the hips and really teaching Adam here how to get into that change of direction positioning. getting into the change of direction positioning, loading the hip as much as possible so that we can explode, cross step, and sprint. Kind of going into drills like the 5-10-5 drill or the T drill, being able to load the hip, touch the cone, and explode so that we can touch the opposite cone is going to be really important. And we're going to start establishing that braking technique and acceleration technique into phase 4 right now. So right now we're going to start with forward run into a back pedal. So start with the back pedal and have Okay, so now we decided to move location so we can get a more personal interaction. Right now we're gonna go into the deceleration technique drill, where basically we're going to have a cone. We're going to step 3 steps backwards. So it's going to look like this.
from the cone, we're gonna do 3 steps backwards. And then the leg that you start with is going to be the leg that you go eccentrically down into a split stance position. And then progressively, you're going to basically get quicker and quicker with the eccentric drop. So it's going to look something like this. It's going to be 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Progressively getting quicker. Trying to remove the stutter step. We want to land on the mid point of our foot. We don't want to land on the balls of our feet. Better. The more you get comfortable, then the quicker you can get into that eccentric drop. That's good. Nice. Nice. Good. Okay, so now we're going to get into the defensive step jump drill. It's going to look something like this. We're going to start in the middle aspect in a defensive stance. We're going to lean to the side that we want to basically load the hip to go laterally. And it's going to be 3 sets of 10. And what it's going to look like is this, where we come, we load again, we explode up. So it's gonna look something like this. All right, you got it, Adam.
Let me know when to stop.
I got you, I'm gonna time you. You ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go. Three, 2, 1, you're done. Nice. Okay, so now I basically got set up the T drill. The dimensions of the drill is going to be 2.5 yards and 5 meters at the bottom of the T. Basically, I'm going to be demonstrating how to complete this drill. So we'll be starting at the bottom of the T drill, and we're going to sprint to that first middle cone. So the stance leg is going to be the inside leg closest to the cone. We're going to sprint to that middle cone. Sprinting, we're going to loop that first cone. Going into the sagittal plane, touching with the outside hand, the cone, loading the hip, making sure that our hips are square, not leaving the frontal plane, going to the opposite cone, touching again with our outside hand. And then we're going to loop the cone again, and we're going to end on the opposite side from our starting position at the bottom of the T. We're looping it, and then we're backpedaling, making sure that our eyes are forward, and then we will stop the moment that we will see the cone. That's how we do the T drill.
Alright. And do I look this way?
Yeah, you do.
And then look
The
this
first
way.
way, then you go back, and then you got it. Opposite leg. 5, 3, 2, 1, go. Nice. Awesome. Now we're going to go to the opposite leg. Yeah. Switch it. Yeah, perfect. Ready, set, go. Nice. Nice. You got it. And now for the final drill, it's going to be the 5-10-5 pro agility drill, the 20-yard shuffle. What we're going to do is start at that middle position where the hand positioning and the defensive stance that we will be in it will be basically where the cone is up top. We're going to get into that defensive position. The arm that is touching the ground, or sorry, not the arm, the hand that is touching the ground, we're going to go opposite direction. So we're going to load the hip of the direction that we're going to go to. And then when I say go, we're going to cross step into a sprint position, into a sprint mechanic to touch the opposite cone. And we're going to be using our outside hand. We're not going to use the inside hand, or we're going to use both hands. We have to use the outside hand, and we're gonna load the hip, and we're going to accelerate the opposite way, and then finish through the middle cone. And now we're going to see Adam to do it, but I'm going to demonstrate it for Adam with the cone. Can we get it? We're in the middle cone. We're loading the hip that we want to go to. The opposite hand is going to be on the ground. And when I say go, we're going to touch the cone with our outside hand. And then we're going to go through the 5 yards. That's all right. You're up, Adam. When I say go, yeah. Yeah, exactly.
It's going to be turning.
Yeah. You're going to be turning, cross reaching. You're going to sprint to that cone. You're going to change the direction within that outside. Sprint to this one, and then sprint. Ready? You're going this way. Ready, set, go. Nice. Sprint, 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 sprint. Nice. Sprint through. Nice.
So we are coming to the end of the video for speaking a little bit about the work-rest ratios, right? The both drills, the 5-10-5 drill, but also the T drill, normally to complete the drill, it should take about 7 to 8 seconds. Kind of considering what the course guidelines were for lactic power and for change of direction training, the work-rest ratio is about 1:5 to 1:8 ratios, which would range between 35 to 65 seconds of recovery between reps. And the reason that we want athletes to rest from 35 to 65 seconds is so that we can maintain their high quality braking mechanics, their cutting mechanics, but also have their neuromuscular output at the optimal level when we're doing these specific drills. And that's it. Thank you for joining in, and it's been a pleasure.